Hi friends, it's Friday, August 15th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here, continuing our assignment in the D.C. area. We knew that we were to work here today, that it had been a week to 10 days since we were with Pan in the nature realms, and the assignment was to come back, and in questioning whether that was our work today, we're shown our job ticket, and it's clearly in the aisle that's labeled Nature Realms.
Seeing that street, the main street of the nature realms, it looks dark, like it's nighttime, very dark. All the windows are dark. It feels like everything is shut and locked. But there's a figure standing at a curve in the road.
Yeah.
Really tall figure. And is it Pan?
I don't know.
I don't think it's Pan, but it's definitely an important
somebody to pay attention to.
And we're supposed to follow him. And now I'm seeing a cave. Like a big mouth of a cave. Huge. And beautiful. And I have the distinct feeling that people haven't seen this.
People haven't seen this. Or not many.
Not many, right. If anyone has seen this,
it's a rare event.
And he's pointing, there's stalactites and stalagmites, and one stalactite, he's pointing to it like it's special.
It is.
It's about something about time, about timelines, measuring timelines. I think this is a very old structure that is grown over time.
What happens when it touches the bottom?
Something changes in the nature realms.
Yeah, something changes.
It's a shift. Like a big shift. It looks like the world flips upside down.
Pole shift.
It could be the pole shift.
Yeah.
And the others are all timing things too.
Yeah, they are. It's like a big clock.
Yeah, it's like a huge clock. This cave is a huge series of timers.
Measuring different things. Time for this, time for that.
And some of them are really little, just like nubs in the ceiling, and some of them are really long. There are a couple more really long ones. And one of them, ocean waves. Oh, maybe it's sea level rising. The sea level rising one is also really low. Like really low, like maybe even lower than this one, although this was the one we were supposed to see first.
Right.
Really low. And it looks like there are waves. It's like they have little icons on them. Like this one has waves on it.
Right.
And the first one's glowing.
What does that glowing mean?
It looks like, we were seeing something like this in a session earlier, that it was glowing like a button that needs to be pushed.
Yes.
Because I can see the way they're growing, the way stalactites grow with the water running down the sides and turning into rock, and it feels like it's been doing that slowly, and now it's going really fast. It's like you can almost watch it growing. And there's one with an elephant. They're timing. Oh, I hope they're not timing when these are going to go extinct. But maybe that's what it is.
But it's the race against time, you
right.
see? It depends on what other things happen first, right? Some of them are in a race against time, right?
Right.
And so the question is, what's going to happen first, right? Will the big pinky thing happen before these things are extinct, right?
And I see one that's already on the ground, like connecting top to bottom, and it looks like the one of us, of civilization, humans, civilization. But it's already touching.
Ask this tall being what that means.
it's shaking loose. It's gonna keep growing, and it'll shake other things loose. It's like, it looks like the cave itself shakes, and some of the stalactites fall or get really long really fast. It's shaking it loose. It looks like shaking it loose.
How does it feel?
That time is running out.
Time is up. If our pillar has already reached the bottom,
Right.
time is up.
And I'm seeing that the speed up happened when it reached the bottom. Like, I'm seeing the moment when the tip of the stalactite hit the bottom of the cave, and it was like, and that's when the speed up
Of everything
of
else.
everything happened. And it looks like like melting ice cream cones. How fast everything is going.
And when did the tip hit? Sometime this past 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime this past 6 months. Well,
Last
9 months.
last
12.
fall,
Yeah,
almost a year ago.
almost a year. That's when it started heating up here on ground zero. Here at ground zero.
And everything's speeding up.
Right.
And this person is important
Yeah.
with this. This is his. He's like
Yeah.
the timekeeper.
How may we be of service?
Well, it's dirty.
Let's clean it up.
It does look like bat droppings. Like bat droppings, and it looks kind of like when we were in that church the last time we were here, there are little skeletons.
Yes. I see the skeletons. Sad.
And trying to hold back growth, hold back the time.
Right, make it go slower.
Right,
But that isn't what's needed. It's happening at the perfect pace.
right,
What's needed is just to deal with it.
right. If there were a better pace, that would be the pace.
Right. This is divinely perfect.
And the timekeeper is picking up one of the skeletons and showing me how the arms are all stretched out, like it was trying to
Hold it back.
hold it, and
Back.
it was moving anyway.
Right.
And he's saying it didn't, it didn't do any good. All it did was stretch their arms out. And he's looking around at, like, there's a lot of them. And he looks really sad.
Really sad.
He's saying all it did was stretch their arms out.
Right.
And there was nothing he could do to stop them.
No, they were doing it.
They were
even though he
doing
was
it.
saying, don't do
You're
it,
just
it's
gonna stretch your
helping.
arms
That
out.
isn't.
And he's showing that if they had just shifted positions, they could have ridden them. And instead they tried to slow it down, hold it back.
Let's clean it up so that people can ride them.
He looks happy that it's being cleaned.
Yeah.
It was like he was wading through these skeletons.
Yeah, it was making him so sad. How do we all wish to hold back what we perceive as something difficult when in fact we're holding back progress, right?
Right, because these people weren't going into it. They just wanted
To help.
more time. Something on the floor. What it looks like is a big round trapdoor
Oh,
with like a big handle.
I see it.
And if we open the handle, it looks like a machine room, like
I
an
hear it.
engine
Can you
room.
hear it humming?
Yeah,
like
and it feels like
sound
the floor is kind
vibrate.
of buzzing.
Yeah.
It's like
Are we allowed to go down? Are we supposed to go down?
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh,
It's like we can go down on a rope.
let's clean it as we go.
Yeah.
It's going to
This
be
place
hard,
is really needing
dirty.
cleaning. And the machine doesn't seem to be in very good condition.
It's in terrible shape. No, nobody's been maintaining it.
And it feels like there are mechanics under there, but they weren't doing. It's like sleeping mechanics.
Oh, wow, Rip Van Winkle, look at
Yeah.
their beards. They fell asleep a long time ago. Why did they fall asleep?
They thought the machine would be
take
fine
care
on
of
its
itself.
own. Right, they
But-
thought we built the machine and now we can,
Take a nap,
yeah,
and
they've
it'll all
been
be fine.
asleep.
But that isn't how it works. Everything needs care.
They need to see it.
They need to see it, and maybe they need to clean. Like, let's not be hoggish.
Right.
Maybe we can give them the chance to at least clean the underside. I have reluctance to wake them up. Isn't that interesting?
Me too.
They're going to be very angry.
Yeah, and I feel
Let's
like
ask this tall being, is this for us to do?
What?
I think he just said, do you see anybody else who's going to do it?
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I got.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse
Excuse
me.
me.
You can't help but notice you're asleep in an engine room. This isn't a good place for sleeping.
They all look so confused.
Yeah, they look really confused.
Like
And
how?
they're talking amongst themselves.
Yeah.
They say, but I thought it was supposed to be fine. I thought we could just lie down.
Well, who is going to take care of it if not them? No one. They're supposed to take care of it.
You can see for yourself that it wasn't taken care of, right?
Right.
So whatever you thought is kind of irrelevant because now we have the benefit of hindsight, right?
Right.
So we can just look and see what actually happened, right?
Right, and it's clearly hasn't been taken care
Right?
of.
Was it taken care of while you were asleep?
No.
Oh.
So
Then, so much for that theory, right?
Right.
It was okay. It was a flawed theory. That's okay.
now let's clean it up.
Now let's clean it up.
There we go. And it's like their beards are going away. It's like when they acknowledged that they were wrong, the beards went whew, like they were fake beards, like they were costume beards.
Did all of them lose their beards?
No,
No, because I see grumbly grandpas over there.
just the ones who acknowledged it.
Yeah.
The
The
ones who
grumbly
didn't-
grandpas.
And the ones with the beards are tripping over their beards. The beards are getting in their feet. They're tangled, long beards.
Right.
And there's a sense that at any time they could just say, oh, well, we were wrong, and the beard would go away.
Right.
And it's like they want to pull their beards over them like blankets
And go back
and
to
go
sleep.
back to sleep.
But there are some who have awakened and are happy
Right.
to.
And the beards are gone, and they're willing to clean. And it's like the bearded ones who want to go back to sleep are mad at the other ones who are
Furious.
walking around them, stepping over them.
Disturbing their attempts at slumber.
Under the machine that was theirs to care for.
How does the machine look?
It's looking better. There's still some dirty
Right.
underneath places.
And I have concerns about the interior of it, because if this is what the exterior looks
oh,
like,
yeah.
I have concerns about the interior.
And it doesn't sound like it's running very
It
healthily.
doesn't sound
It
right.
sounds like a sick machine.
I think we need to waive our learner's permits.
The machine is starting to look better, but those bearded
Makes them
people are
sad.
still wanting to sleep. And that makes the machine sad.
Yeah.
The machine liked it when
Everybody was
everyone
their
was doing their job. Because the machine was doing its job, and they were doing their job, and everything worked. Everything worked. And then people stopped doing their jobs, and everything fell apart, and the machine kept trying to do its job, and it was getting harder and harder. The integrity was damaged.
That's it.
Yeah.
What does this machine represent?
It feels like this is the soul of
The
industrialism.
Industrial Revolution.
It just wanted to
Help.
help.
It did.
And when everyone was putting in their work, everyone was doing their job, it was doing its job, and it was balanced, but it feels like they almost immediately went right to sleep.
Right away.
Like they got it running, dusted off their hands, and then laid down. And then it started getting sick.
Right away.
Oh, that is like the Industrial Revolution.
It is.
Because the soul of the Industrial Revolution
Was beautiful.
is beautiful. It wanted to help.
Yeah.
And it thought, not
It was
thought,
aware.
but it was
It was
aware
destined.
of all the great things people could be capable of,
Working together
working together
with this as a way of being.
And they misuse power.
Or other things.
Well, it's power in the sense of like, not in the sense of authority, in the sense of like I'm seeing spark plugs, zap, zap.
Right. Electricity.
Yeah, power, electricity. They just used it to go to sleep.
Right.
And the machine is smaller. The machine's saying I could have been a bigger machine if they hadn't gone to sleep.
And a better machine.
And a better machine.
A sleeker machine.
And it feels like a failure.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I think this machine has served its purpose.
Let's ask for it to, let's just ask for light beings who know exactly what to do, to come do whatever is appropriate in this situation. We don't know.
It's like the machine is going away.
And it's not looking back, it's just toddling off.
No, it's going away.
Right.
And I'm seeing how when the machine was overheating,
This poor machine.
nature realms were overheating.
Yeah, they weren't doing well.
Going above ground.
Wow, it looks different. How long were we down there?
It looks brighter.
Wow, it's like coming out after being gone for 1,000 years or something.
And it doesn't look as shabby.
It looks shiny and green.
Yeah, greener. It looked browner and
Brighter.
shabbier, and now it's green and bright.
Brighter and greener and happier and springy.